Hello, welcome to my channel, Autumn Moon the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for Cancer. It is general, so it might not resonate for you, but if you're drawn to the video, perhaps there is a message intended for you here. I am this week actually looking at the next 3 months for you in regards to love. What can you expect to experience? What can you expect to see come towards you? Just kind of a general in regards to love, what's going on. And it may not actually apply to 3 months. 3 months is like the outside window, but I'm going to be pulling from several decks and we're going to compile a message here for you, Cancer. So the first card that came out is the Green Sea Turtle, which says divine timing. I mean, that message already, divine timing, already talks about, things happening in the way and in the time that they're supposed to, and having patience for that, and having trust in it, trusting that it's going to work out when it's supposed to work out, So that was the Green Sea Turtle. We also got here the Dragonfly, which says evolve. Wow, that's pretty powerful. I mean, that's obviously talking about change. I got this card in another reading the other day. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember who it was. Can I get one more card? One more card for Cancer, please. Evolve, though, does indicate that there's change happening, but that it's change that's for your best. I mean, for your highest good or whatever, because we evolve to react to the situations around us, right? We evolve so that we can better. Evolution happens so that a species can live an easier or better life in the world that it is in, right? So evolution is a positive thing. We evolve in a positive way. So it's definitely change that's happening for a good reason. The Dingo card is what comes out, and it says Inner Journey. And this card actually came out for Pisces as well. And the message there is to be strong in who you are, okay? Know that you can rely on yourself. Know that you have strength in who you are. Knowing who you are and standing in that energy is so powerful. It's incredibly powerful. And with the Dingo, it implies that perhaps there's some reason that you may feel under attack, or you may feel like in the card it specifically talks about family, but overall the message is, if you don't need to attack back, okay? You don't need to like respond to it really at all. Don't even respond to it, because it's not. If you just stand strong in who you are, and you have faith in who you are, and you just know who that is, like, it allows you to you are stronger, and it raises your vibrations, and it just sends out this very strong and powerful energy. You don't have to respond to them. Just be who you are. Just be who you are, and it'll work itself out, basically. But yeah, so that's what we get from those three. Let's see. We're going to check now. That deck right there, by the way, is called the Wild Wisdom Australia. Wild Wisdom Australia. And this deck here is the Spellcasting Oracle deck. Can we get 3 cards for Cancer? What to expect in regards to love within the next 3 months? What kind of... Yeah. So possibly with that divine timing card, it may indicate that, like, now is the time. I mean, you know what you're experiencing in your life. I obviously don't. So, Divine timing is just a message saying, hey, things happen when they're supposed to. And so perhaps something is happening in your life right now and you're confused by it or you're surprised by it. And the message there is, this is happening for a reason and it's supposed to happen. And this is the moment it's supposed to happen in. Boundaries. Wow, that's interesting. Sorry. Pisces also got a card that said boundaries, but from this other deck here. So that's interesting. I mean, boundaries, of course, that talks about, in that deck, it was talking about safety. And this one, it feels different. It doesn't feel like the same. We also get the career card. So perhaps there's a change in regards to your career, or perhaps your career is playing some kind of role in your love life. But let me see one more card. And then I'd actually like to read that boundaries. I don't think I've pulled that card before. I want to see what the message is in this deck. Can I get one more? One more for Cancer in regards to love in the next 3 months. One more card, please. For Cancer. Two cards. Oh, we have family and healing. The family card, for me, obviously, with that dingo card coming out, and it talks about possibly your family around you making you feel like you're under attack for some reason. And so, but also with the healing card there, it implies that things are like that healing is happening, and that those bonds that you have with people, that with your family, they are healing and they're going to heal, and possibly things that are happening right now are leading to that healing, and they're contributing towards that healing. It's all part of the process, especially with that divine timing card coming out. So I'm going to pause the video real quick because I want to read about that boundaries just real quick. Okay. Yeah. So actually the boundaries is saying that you need to establish boundaries, okay? Because you're very into your Cancer. So of course you are very accommodating to those around you, and you bend and you fold for them, okay? And that's a wonderful trait in you, and it's incredible. And not everybody has that ability truly to be so accommodating to the people around them. But now that I see it all laid out like this, boundaries, career, family, healing, okay, I feel like it just seems like a clearer message, because when it was coming out, it seemed off. But now that I've read the boundaries, I mean, you need to set boundaries for yourself in your career and in your family, and that's going to lead to this healing, okay, of yourself, of it for yourself, but also I feel like for the people around you, okay? We don't realize how important boundaries are for both sides. When you have a strong boundary for yourself, the way that impacts the people around us, and it can in many ways assist them and help them. And possibly I'm being drawn towards saying all of that because you may be concerned about how having boundaries will hurt them or negatively affect them. But boundaries, like I said, it's an important part for both sides, having those clear boundaries. Also, if we're talking about children, for example, because when we think of family, we often think of children, and so there may be children in this equation. And excuse me, having strong boundaries with our children, and actually for ourselves, and our children witnessing that strengthens them, and that shows them to have those boundaries for themselves. I feel like I'm telling people all the time, like, the way that what you're making yourself go through, would you make your child go through that? Like, for those of you who have children, like whatever it is that you've been through, whatever ways that you bend and you fold, would you encourage your child to do the same? You know, well, they're watching you and they're watching you bend and they're watching you fold and they see that happening. And if you think that that doesn't affect them in some way, you'd be very wrong. I mean, some kids can see how it hurts us and then they build up a wall against it so it doesn't happen to them. But I think many times they accept it and then they'll accept that same thing for themselves. And that's just me kind of ranting. So anyway, set up boundaries for yourself, both in your career and your family, and that will lead to this healing of relationships in general, you know? Let's see what else we got here. Can we get messages for Cancer, please? In regards to love for the next 3 months. Okay, it says, do you know what you've created? No, besides an intergalactically known saunter named after you. Inspiration in the eyes that have watched you. Weren't we just talking about our children? Listen, okay? Inspiration in the eyes that have watched you, hope in the minds that have admired you, and love in the hearts that have known you. But you might ease up on your sachet before someone gets hurt. Not bad, kiddo, not bad at all, the universe. Which, I mean, this speaks to how much, for me, like, especially after what I felt so far in this reading, it really talks about how you impact the people around you, you know? And it's okay to be strong. It's not just okay. It's, well, I mean, you need to be strong so that they can see that around you. And all you're really going to do is encourage that inspiration, that hope, and that love. In standing up in who you are and being strong in who you are, you will draw more awe for who you are. Truly is what you will do. And so, like, step into that. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna pull these pull these down a little. Okay, we also got the need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self-serving. My goodness. This, again, both of these cards really speak to this inner journey, this dingo card. Like, feeling the need to justify your actions, you're not doing that for anyone but you, okay? What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. And of course, this down here is talking about, like, for example, if you wanted something from someone and they're not giving it to you and you're like, no, but this is why I need that something, okay? Then that talks to your own insecurities. You need that something from them for what reason? And when you evaluate that need, you can see an insecurity and you can adjust it. But with the message that's coming across here, I just feel like it's more clearly stating, like, you don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to explain why you're doing what you're doing. The only person who needs to know that is you. And as long as you know, like, if you feel the need to justify to somebody else, then that means that you feel that need within yourself. And why do you feel that? Like, why do you feel it? You should stand strong in who you are. If you're making actions that aren't balanced with you, if you're making decisions that don't sit right with you, then take a look at those decisions and change them, okay? Because you need to sit right with you. That is also part of this inner journey card. You need to be you, okay? And if there are things that you're doing that aren't continuing to feed that and build it, then adjust it. People forget that we're in control of our own lives because we have so many people we care about, you know, and we surround ourselves with so many people, and we don't want to hurt them in any way, and we don't want to make their lives difficult. You know, I get it, but you're in charge of you, and you're in charge of your life, and your life won't change unless you change it. And so, you know, sorry. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Oh my gosh, that's just so, like, I know I was holding the card, but I didn't read it. And so I didn't know what card I was holding. Change is always good, it says on the back. Sorry. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally ho, the universe. Which talks about like, um, yeah, in a situation, if you want something from somebody else, trying to change them isn't going to get it. Okay. What you need to look at is why you want that something and like, what purpose it serves for you, and address that concern, address that purpose, address whatever that need is. And then, um, you create change in the situation just by doing that. All right. And so that's what that talks about. I want to look at this again to see if I'm reading it wrong, because it's been so clear for me, but maybe you're like, what are you talking about? And maybe that's the case, because that happens. But let me just take a look here. The message just feels so loud and clear for me. It was the same way with the Pisces reading today. It was just so loud and clear. There is definitely a message about being who you are, and standing strong in that. And the divine timing in the evolve card, I mean, perhaps you're changing, perhaps you need to change, perhaps you're looking for change. Okay. And a lot of what's being said here is that you have to look to yourself for that change. If you're trying to evolve, you need to make that happen. Okay. And stand strong in that decision. um yeah, it's just, especially this line right here, it's just so, it feels so clear. Have those boundaries, enforce those boundaries to protect yourself, and also to strengthen the relationships around you. It really does. It shifts the relationships, but it makes them more secure, because you no longer question and they no longer question. It just really strengthens things. But yeah, this is my last oracle deck, and then we're going to get advice from the tarot, even though I feel like this has been a lot of advice. But it just looks like what's coming towards you, or what you're entering into, may make you feel the need to bend, and it may make you feel like maybe that you're being selfish, or that you're asking for too much, but take a look at what you're asking and the reason for it, and address those reasons. Okay. And have clear boundaries, and allow yourself to evolve, because this might be the time, with that divine timing coming out. You feel the moment, trust your instincts, and trust your intuition. But okay, can we get 3 more cards? What can Cancer expect to see within the next 3 months in regards to love? Okay. Morning glory, it says, affection and determination. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Alan Watts. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Alan Watts. Oh, because determination. I'm like, why is there this like message about time? Affection and determination. So we're asking again what you can expect to see, which within the next 3 months. And this is actually really great energy. Determination is important. But yeah, affection and determination. What else do we have here? Intelligence and mental beauty. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. Oliver Wendell Holmes, Sr. Wow, intelligence and mental beauty. This talks, I don't know why, but as I was reading it, it just felt like very strong energy, like mentally very strong, like intelligent kind of. I mean, it says intelligence and mental beauty, but like having confidence in that within yourself, like knowing that you are intelligent, you know. That's what it felt like. It felt like courage and strength, okay? So I feel like that is part of what's coming into this, you know. Really, if you're watching this video and it's all like, of course I know that, of course I know to do that, and that makes sense to me, and you're right, you know, you do know it. So like own it because you do know it, and so live it. Don't just know it, live it, apply it to your life, you know, and make it happen. Let's see what else we have here. Primrose. Youthful love. If I had a single flower for every time I think of you, I could walk forever in my garden. Claudia Adrian Grandi. Somebody else got this. I think it was Taurus that got it. Youthful love. But I can't remember exactly what it says in the book about it. So let me just pull it out real quick. They're very short messages, so it won't take me a minute. When we are young, we are willing to take chances for love. As we go through life, we should remember that youthful confidence and exuberance in all we do. Always keep your heart open. Love is all around. Wow, what a beautiful message. So it's like calling on that youthful love and the bravery of it, the courage of it. I mean, it's like that full energy, you know. Take that dive. Have courage. Okay, we're going to get advice from tarot real quick. Can we please get advice for Cancer in regards to love for the next 3 months? Oh, the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about timing, you know, and dedication. The Knight of Pentacles is he's very dedicated to where he's heading. Like he has a destination in mind. He's moving there slowly because he wants to make sure every step is the correct step. He wants to make sure that when he gets there, it's going to be exactly what he was looking for. Okay. And so it can be advising you that things are going to take time, you know, that it's not just going to like, you're not just going to blink and be there. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take some time. It's going to take, but also to watch the steps, you know, assess the situation as you go. You might have to shift it a little to get to that destination that you're headed towards. Okay. What else do we get? That's funny. Like the Knight of Wands is what we get. And that is amusing to me because this is slow and steady and this one is charging in. I mean, he's not the fastest knight, would of course be the Knight of Swords, but the Knight of Wands is very closely, is like on his heels. And this is about passion, you know, chase your passions, chase them. In all aspects of your life, chase your passion. Let that passion push you forward. And it's like a yes card, you know, yes, go get it because it's yours. So go get it. Okay. But maybe understand that it might take a little bit of time and keep assessing the situation. Oh, that's sweet. We get the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card that talks about celebration. It's interesting because we have all of these messages about the people around you. You know, I feel like that's coming out a lot about the people you surround yourself, your community, your family, whatever. And the Four of Wands is actually a celebration of everything that you've been through and all of your hope for the future, you know, and you celebrate with people that you care about. You celebrate with people that you love. And that's what this card is about, coming together and being grateful for all of it, for the bad and the good. Everything that's taken place has led you to this moment, and has led you to this place, you know, and it's allowing you, it's opening so many doors for you where you find yourself. This, especially if you're going through this evolution, if you're going through that, then wow, so many doors are opening to you. And celebrate it, you know, with the people you care about. This is specifically about the people around you, the people that are important to you, whoever you consider your family, your community. Those people, celebrate with them because it's important. Share with them, share your joy with them. Okay. So yeah, wow. that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope that it resonated for you. And if it did, I'd love to hear about it. If you wouldn't mind liking the video or posting a comment below if you feel comfortable doing that. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate you watching it. So thank you so much. I do really hope um, that it resonates because this really looks beautiful and maybe a little bit challenging. Okay, and you're gonna have to be strong, but you're capable of that for sure. You've totally got this. So stand in who you are and move forward and be strong. Set your boundaries. Chase your passions. Celebrate with your friends and family. All great stuff, it looks like. So anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I wish you good luck in this and all things, and I hope I see you back here again next week. Bye.